welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a review and a wear test on the brand new foundation from CoverGirl. This is the Trublend Matte Made Foundation. This is a new foundation from CoverGirl. There is 40 shades to this foundation. I'm going to be showing you guys each one of the shades. I'm also going to be doing a wear test. I'm going to have this foundation on my face for 12 hours. I'm going to come back after 12 hours and show you guys where we're at and figure out if this really is as long lasting as they say it is, if it's transfer proof, all of that. I'm also going to be showing you guys application and showing it how it applies with the rest of my makeup. So if you guys are ready to jump into this review on the new CoverGirl Trublend Matte Made Foundation, let's get started. Here is the package that CoverGirl sent over. This is all 40 shades of the foundation. Really quick, I do want to go through and show you guys each one of the shades. I don't want to swatch each one of them because that means that I can't do anything with them after I swatch them, but I do want to make sure I do a giveaway with these for you guys. So I'm just going to show you each shade really quickly in the bottle. I know that's not the truest form, but that way you can kind of get an idea for the shade range. We have L10, which is a fair porcelain. L20 is light ivory. L30 is golden ivory. L40 is classic ivory. L50 is fair beige. L60 is light nude. L70 is natural ivory. L80 is true ivory. L90 is classic beige. M10 is golden neutral. M15 is buff beige. M20 is warm beige. M30 is honey. M40 is warm nude. M50 is soft tan. M60 is natural beige. M70 is sand beige. M80 is caramel beige. M90 is perfect beige. E10 is golden amber. E15 is golden honey. 20 is soft honey. 30 is warm honey. 40 is sun beige. 50 is natural tan. 60 is warm sun. T70 is caramel. 80 is toasted caramel. 90 is tawny. 10 is golden caramel. 15 is warm tawny. 20 is true caramel. D30 is bronze. 40 is deep bronze. 50 is deep golden. D60 is toasted almond. D70 is cappuccino. 80 is soft sable. Very last shade is D90 and it is espresso. Some of the claims on this foundation, it's going to be oil-free, so you're not going to have shiny skin throughout the day. Also, it's going to be transfer resistant, so it's not going to transfer onto your clothing. Pore-minimizing, so it's supposed to help smooth out your skin and diminish your pores. Also, last all day for comfort wear, so you're not supposed to worry about it getting flaky or kind of deteriorating throughout the day. This is also supposed to last 12 hours, so it's supposed to be a 12-hour wear time. I am going to be doing a wear test in this video. I'm going to check back in with you guys after 12 hours, and we're going to see how this foundation holds up. Here is the packaging on the foundation. It is a glass bottle. You do have a pump as well. It is a very nice pump here. It also locks, which I think is nice too. So if you want to store it like that, you can go ahead and lock it as well, which I feel like does help with traveling, or if you have any like spills in your cupboard or wherever you're putting this. I do like the fact that it does have a lock on it. So it does have the pump. The packaging is glass, like I said, and I do like the way that you can tell with the name here at the top. Also on the back here, you have the name. It is 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty standard for foundations, and I am not sure on the price on this. I have not seen it released yet. I'm hoping, since it is drugstore, it will be more affordable. I'm not too sure. I'm guessing probably, I would say, in the $10 to $12 range, or $10 to $15 range is what I'm thinking, but I'm not sure on the price on it yet. This will be released in June. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the consistency of the foundation, so I'm going to go ahead and unlock it. I'm just going to put a pump out here on my hand so you can see. It is a bit thick, so when you do first pump it out, it is pretty thick, but it doesn't feel like too thick. I know like the Huda Beauty foundation feels very, very thick on my hand and both on my skin. This doesn't feel like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply it. First, I'm just going to put it on my face, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my beauty blender. That is what I have been doing with this foundation, and I've been liking the way that that applies. Like I said, I'm just using my damp beauty sponge. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. You can see the coverage that we do have. I would say when you first apply it, it is more light towards medium coverage. You can still see my moles peeking through, as well as you can still see I have a little bit of texture right here, and it doesn't really cover that too much when you go in with the first application. So that is one layer of the foundation. You can see, like I said, it is pretty light coverage. I would say it's light to medium. I'm gonna go ahead and add another layer. I'm gonna do 2 more pumps this time. I'm gonna stick my Beauty Blender directly in it and show you guys what it looks like with another layer. So as you can see, it is starting to kind of cover those moles a little bit more. It's giving us more coverage. It is pretty buildable. I do like the way it looks when it's with a few more layers. I do feel like it doesn't start to look cakey, at least on me. I don't feel like it just looks pretty natural, and it doesn't look too matte, and it isn't too drying, which is very nice. I love matte foundations, but when they are too matte and they are way too drying, I don't like that. What I mean by that is, I would say a good example of that for me is like the Huda Beauty foundation. I really didn't like that foundation. I felt like it was very, very, very matte, and it was almost too matte to where it was so thick on my skin to where it was uncomfortable for me. So this one I like because it is matte, but it's not too drying to where it looks kind of crepey on the skin. Here's what we look like with foundation completely on. I almost feel like I should have went a shade lighter. I think my tan is starting to fade, so sorry if it looks really orange. I think after we apply the rest of our powder and everything, it should look better. But here's what we're looking like for this total kind of coverage. I think I used 5 pumps. I used 2 the first time and then 3 the last time. So 5 pumps total, so that is a bit much. I will say with the pumps though, they seem like more of a half pump to me when you are pumping them out. So I will say that, but that is how much I had to use to get this amount of coverage, which still isn't super full coverage, but it is definitely a medium coverage on my face. When you first apply it, it does feel a little bit sticky, so you can see it is transferring onto my hands a little bit. It is going to dry down. I am gonna go ahead and apply my concealer. Hopefully I can try and lighten this up a bit. For concealer, I'm just gonna use this one from CoverGirl. This is their Healthy Vitalist Concealer, and I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. I am using a bit of a lighter shade. Hopefully I can kind of cancel out how orange we are looking. So this is what I'm gonna do to try to help with this situation. I'm using the shade, what shade is this? I'm not sure. I don't see the shade on here. Maybe it's on the lid. Nope. I'm not sure what shade this is, but I will link it down in the description box if I can figure out which one it is. For powder, I'm just gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm using this Morphe sponge with this kind of slanted edge. I feel like I like using it dry actually for my powder, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this straight underneath my under eyes to bake them. And I've been loving just using the dry brush. I feel like it just applies a lot more powder, and I love how close it gets to your under eye. So I just kind of press this in. I typically will set all of my foundations with a powder, maybe not everywhere, but I typically just kind of set the areas where I'm going to apply more powder so that they actually blend out nicer. So I'm just using this one from CoverGirl as well. This is the Vitalist Healthy Powder, and I have mine in the shade Classic Ivory. This is a little bit lighter than the foundation, but I am doing that because our foundation is a bit dark. There is a darker one that I would normally use with this, but I think if I use the lighter one, it's gonna go ahead and kind of help to lighten it a little bit as well. Now that we've got everything all locked in, I'm gonna go ahead and bronze. I'm gonna use this bronzer from No7. This is in Golden Sands. This is one of my favorite bronzers. I'm using this brush from Morphe. This is the Y9, and I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze. I just wanna show you guys the way that this lies over top of the foundation. As you can see, it's not really coming patchy or anything like that. That is because we did set it. That's a nice way too to make your bronzer kind of go on smoother, is if you do set it. Go ahead and wipe off that under eye bake. With the same Laura Mercier powder, I'm gonna take my Morphe sponge and I'm gonna go ahead and just bake right here. So we kind of have a more carved out cheekbone, and that also helps with any bronzer misses that we did have. I'm just gonna let that sit for a while. While I do that, I'm gonna use my highlighter. I'm just gonna go in with the Balm Mary Luminizer, and this is my favorite highlighting brush ever. This is the Morphe M501, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. Just gonna go ahead and dust that bake off very gently and kind of blend it a little bit over here as well. I do want to also use some setting spray because this is what I would typically do throughout the day if I wanted my makeup to last all day. I do want to show you guys kind of a close-up of what our skin is looking like with the foundation after we've added all of our powder, our highlight, and everything. So here's what we are looking like. You touch my skin, nothing's going to transfer. You might get a little highlight, but nothing. The foundation looks very, very set in place. Looks like it's not going anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and spray my Urban Decay All Nighter spray. Alright, so here is what we're looking like. I went ahead and added some mascara and some lip gloss. This is our skin. Let me give you guys a little bit of a close-up. Here is what our final result is with the Trublend Matte Made Foundation from CoverGirl. I am setting my alarm right now for 12 hours. We're setting it for 12 hours. I will come back. I'm going to show you guys what our foundation is looking like after 12 hours of wear time. Half a day, I will come back and I will let you guys know, and then we will finish up this video. I am officially back. It has been 12 hours. My eye makeup is looking pretty crusty, as well as we're going to see how this foundation wore throughout the day. I've had a full day of all the things. I've eaten. I went to a friend's house. It's been 12 hours, so it's getting pretty late. I think it's like 1 a.m. right now when I am filming this. So yeah, it's been a full day. So I'm going to zoom you in so we can see how this foundation has done after the 12-hour mark. So like I said, my eye makeup is definitely struggling here. I can tell you that these lashes, I'm so ready for them to be off, but we are chatting about the foundation. So as you guys can see, it definitely came off a lot on my nose area. You can even see it just kind of has like those, right here, it fully deteriorated. So we definitely lost a lot of it here on my nose. Also, my forehead, it did kind of settle a bit into my lines up there. That's pretty normal for me with any foundation. But I would say overall around this area, all the cheek area and the chin and everything, I feel like it looks pretty good. It held up pretty dang well for 12 hours. That is a long time to have, you know, a full face on in general. And obviously normally I would fix myself. Like I said, I just got back from my friend's house, but normally I've touched up throughout the day. So the nose really doesn't bother me all too much, although it did come off, like you can tell it came off a lot. Doesn't necessarily bother me too much because I feel like that's something that's just easy to fix real quick, but I do like the way that it, you know, stayed all day. It definitely lasted. It didn't, you know, smudge off or anything, so that's good. Obviously my eyeliner is crazy, so there's that, but I do think that the foundation wore pretty good for the 12-hour. I'm pretty impressed, so it definitely has lasting power for sure. I'm a fan of this formula. I love the way it applied. I'm really liking this foundation. I definitely think it is a definite hit for me. Let me know what you guys think down below. Are you planning on picking it up? What do you think your perfect shade is? Do you think you found your perfect shade? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos Monday through Friday. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm going to go ahead and take these lashes off now because they're bothering me so much. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one.